Hey y'all, welcome back to Memaw's house, where we're eating good food, sharing good times, and we hope you enjoy your stay. Let's get to cooking. Hey y'all, welcome back to Memaw's house. I'm in the kitchen today, and I'm going to make a cake. It is my daughter's birthday, and we've just had a loss in our family. So, my oldest sister is going to be with Jesus. So I want to make sure that I honor her today by making a cake recipe that she gave us years ago, gave all of us sisters years ago, that requires a box cake mix. So it is called a pudding cake. So I'm going to go ahead and make this cake for my daughter in honor of her aunt, Connie, and how she just blessed our lives. So join me today as I bake another cake, and let's get to cooking. Here are the ingredients that we'll be using for this super easy cake. A box cake mix, a box of Jell-O instant pudding, a quarter cup of oil, a cup of water, 4 eggs, and I'm going to use 2 containers of chocolate icing. I'm also going to use some butter spray for my 2 9-inch round cake pans. I got my bowl out and my wire whisk, and that's pretty much all we'll be needing for this cake. If you've watched my channel in the past and you've seen me make box cakes before, you know that I usually like to start with having my liquid ingredients all together and getting my eggs nice and frothy. Now, of course, these eggs are at room temperature, and that helps them to froth up a whole lot easier. Now, my sister Connie didn't tell me all that. That's something that I learned over the years. But I am appreciative that she showed me how to bake cakes and provide for my family good meals, because Connie was a really good cook. And I appreciate that about her, and I know that my other sisters do too. She actually catered my wedding and my other sister Stella's wedding. So she had some good cooking skills, and I hope that I have taken some of those tips and tricks that she provided for us to heart and have learned and am able to cook at least a little bit like she was able to. So, getting back to the cake. Anyway, I'm going to get this all mixed up with my wire whisk. And if you'll notice, I'm going to make sure that I get it nice and frothy, that those eggs are really well mixed together and I get a good foam on top. Not only is this cake easy to make, but the cost is very low. Of course, you know I'll list the ingredients down in the description box, but along with that, I will list the cost of each of the ingredients and a total cost for this cake. Because remember, we made this way back in the day, and it was cheap then and is cheap now. So even with the cost of eggs, it's still an inexpensive cake, but it turns out very good and everybody enjoys it. So I have my eggs, my oil, my water mixed all together. Now let's put the dry ingredients in. The Jell-O instant pudding, or any kind of instant pudding you want, and the chocolate cake. Now, you can make any kind of cake a pudding cake. So, if you'd like a vanilla cake, you can use a yellow cake mix and vanilla pudding. If you want a different kind of cake, like a carrot cake, you can do that with a vanilla pudding. So use your imagination and make yourself a cake. So let's get this all mixed together, and it'll be ready for the pan. Now, while I mix this cake, I just want to take the time to thank you all for being such great subscribers and for being part of our family here at Memaw's house. And for those of you who are not subscribed, please feel free to do so. We would really love to have you over here at Memaw's house because we do like to bake. We do like to do a little chit-chatting, and we like just being with each other in the kitchen, visiting over here at the house. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. And if you haven't already hit that notification bell, do that so that you can know when I put up a new video each time. So I just sprayed my pans. They're ready to go into the oven. And you know that most of the time I like to use my floured spray, but I just grabbed this because it's okay. It's going to come out of the pan because the butter spray is just as good. So let's get this all equaled out. If you want it perfect, you can use the kitchen scale to measure out your batter and put the equal amounts in each pan. But you know me, I'm not doing all that. I'm just going to eyeball it and work with it from there. Now that that's all done, just about, I'm going to go ahead and shake and tap my pans. And for those of you who watch my channel all the time, you know what I do. I shake it and I tap it to get some of those air bubbles out. So let's get it spreaded in, and then we'll do a shake and tap, and we'll be ready to go into a 350-degree oven. And that'll bake for about 25 to 30 minutes. Shake, tap. You see what I'm doing? Shake, tap. Okay, y'all, so the cake is in the oven and it's going to bake for about 20 to 25 minutes. They're in 8-inch round pans, so it's not going to take long for these little cakes. So we're going to let them bake and then we'll get to frosting. I think I want to try to do some chocolate covered strawberries so that I can put those on top of the cake. She loves chocolate. Watch out. Okay, it has been 25 minutes and the cakes are done. I'm going to pull these out of the oven, set them off to the side, and let them cool for about 20 minutes while I work on the strawberries. So let's get some paper towel down and dry our strawberries. I've washed the strawberries and I made sure that I got under those leaves because you know there can be grit and dirt under the leaves as well. And I'm leaving my leaves on so I don't want to take a chance on someone having a dirty strawberry. So I've rinsed them off and now I'm going to let them dry on a paper towel. I'll pat them down as well so that they can be nice and dry before we go into the chocolate. After I've cleaned the strawberries, I'm going to go ahead and insert toothpicks in each one of them so that I can handle them with the chocolate. Then I'll get my chocolate ganache ready. The chocolate ganache will include 3 cups of chocolate, 2 teaspoons of oil. I'll stir that together. I'll put it in the microwave in increments of 15 to 30 seconds until it's nice and smooth. So I'm going to put some strawberry fixin' music on so that you can enjoy this time. Okay, the strawberries are done and I'm real pleased with how they turned out. Let's go ahead and turn out our cakes. I've put some parchment paper on my cake plate so that when I do my chocolate icing, it won't be all over the cake plate. I'm going to separate my two warmed layers with another piece of parchment paper, and we'll let these cool right here. Now that these have cooled for about 15 to 20 minutes, they're cool to touch, I'm going to go ahead with my store-bought icing and ice my cake. I'm going to use my offset spatula just to ice the tops of the cakes first. I'll do the first layer and then I'll put on the second layer and then I'll ice the sides of the cake. Let me put on a little cake icing music so that we can enjoy these clips. Okay, the icing is done. Let's go ahead and remove the parchment paper, and you see how clean it leaves my cake plate. Now I'm going to do a decorative edge of icing around the bottom of my cake. So if you see any cake down in the bottom, don't worry about it because we'll go ahead and get that covered with some more icing. A fluted edge. Now let's go ahead and put the strawberries on. Of course, I'll remove the toothpicks from the strawberries before I place them on, and I'll try to get some of that excess chocolate around the edge, but we like excess chocolate. I won't get too much of it off, but I will put all of the strawberries on the cake, and it will look beautiful. And there you have it, a chocolate on chocolate on chocolate covered strawberries birthday cake. We're going to go ahead and have dinner, and as soon as we get done, and singing happy birthday and all the things, I'll get the taste testers in, and one or both of them will tell us what they think. Okay, Ari's right there. But Peyton is going to test my cake. You see, she already ate it. Come on.
It's moist and it's chocolatey. I can tell you that.
Is that good or bad?
That's good.
Delicious. And the birthday girl, I won't give her because she don't want to be on camera, but and Ari's eating all the strawberries off the cake. Look. Were the strawberries good?
Delicious, because I'm a vegetarian and all, so.
Okay. All right, y'all. So, y'all be blessed, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. And here's a picture of me and my 5 sisters, and Connie is the one who's going on to be with the Lord. Thank you, Gigi, who is to the left. She is the one who reminded me that Connie had given us this recipe. And a very young Memaw is on the bottom right. So, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you give the recipe a try. Y'all be blessed. Bye.